Western governments have agreed to cap the price of Russia's oil exports in an attempt to limit the fossil fuel earnings that support Moscow's budget, its military, and the invasion of Ukraine. The cap is set to take effect Monday, the same day the European Union will impose a boycott on most Russian oil, its crude that is shipped by sea. The EU reached a deal for a $60 per barrel threshold Friday, and the Group of 7 nations G7 and Australia signed off on the deal. The twin measures could have an uncertain effect on the price of oil as worries over lost supply through the boycott compete with fears about lower demand from a slowing global economy. What is the price cap and how would it work? U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has proposed the cap with other Group of 7 allies as a way to limit Russia's earnings while keeping Russian oil flowing to the global economy. The aim is to hurt Moscow's finances while avoiding a sharp oil price spike if Russia's oil is suddenly taken off the global market. How would oil keep flowing to the global economy? Universal enforcement of the insurance ban, imposed by the EU and UK in earlier rounds of sanctions, could take so much Russian crude off the market that oil prices would spike, Western economies would suffer, and Russia would see increased earnings from whatever oil it can ship in defiance of the embargo. Russia, the world's number 2 oil producer, has already rerouted much of its supply to India, China, and other Asian countries at discounted prices after Western customers shunned it even before the EU ban. What is Russia and other countries won't go along? Russia has said it will not observe a cap and will halt deliveries to countries that do. Russia could retaliate by shutting off shipments in hopes of profiting from a sharply higher global oil price on whatever it can sell around the sanctions. Buyers in China and India might not go along with the cap, while Russia or China could try to set up their own insurance providers to replace those barred by US, UK, and Europe. Russia also could sell oil off the books by using dark fleet tankers with obscure ownership, as have Venezuela and Iran. Oil could be transferred from one ship to another and mixed with oil of similar quality to disguise its origin. Even under those circumstances, the cap would make it more costly, time-consuming, and cumbersome for Russia to sell oil around the restrictions. The greater distances involved in shipping oil to Asia means up to 4 times more tanker capacity is needed, and not everyone will take Russian insurance. What about the EU embargo? Russian producers likely won't be able to reroute all their oil from Europe, formerly their biggest customer, and some will likely be lost to the global market, at least at first. Analysts at Commerzbank say the EU embargo and cap together could result in a noticeable tightening on the oil market in early 2023, and expect the price of international benchmark Brent to climb back to $95 per barrel in coming weeks. On Friday, Brent slid to $85.48 a barrel. Europe still has many cars that run on diesel. The fuel also is used for truck transport to get a huge range of goods to consumers and to run agricultural machinery, so those higher costs will be spread throughout the economy.